Thank you for coming to celebrate the women of the District of Columbia. I am Natasha Dupuy, an Associate Director of the Mayor's Office on Women's Policy and Initiatives, or MOPI, where my work focuses on policy and civic engagement. Today, I welcome you to Mayor Muriel Bowser and MOPI's 8th Annual Women Equality Day Mixer. MOPI supports and advocates for women's issues through research, community involvement, and public-private partnerships to address women's issues in Washington, D.C. Led by Director Jennifer Porter and in partnership with my colleagues Shatiria Pearson and Elena Carpenter, MOPI shows commitment to the goals of our office by planning events such as today's Women's Equality Day and Mayor Bowser's National Maternal and Infant Health Summit, providing legislative testimony such as for the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women's Act of 2022, as well as hosting wage negotiation workshops, financial literacy series, and the Be the Movement Women's Policy Bootcamp in conjunction with our Commission for Women, led by Chairwoman Veronica Nelson. Woo. In the spirit of call and response, I invite you to join me in this two-word expression to unite us for today's celebration of Women's Equality Day. When I say celebrate, you say her, all right? Celebrate. Her. Celebrate. Her. Today we are gathered to celebrate. Women's Equality Day is observed to commemorate the 1920 adoption of the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution to celebrate the full rights and privileges accorded to all citizens of the U.S. regardless of gender. Under the theme of celebrating women's right to vote, the 102nd anniversary of the 19th Amendment symbolizes our renewed dedication to the ongoing fight for full participation in society through voting access, reproductive freedom, paid family leave, and economic opportunities for women in Washington, D.C. and across our nation. Joining us today, we have over 12 D.C. government agencies and community partners as a part of our resource fair, here to connect with you and your networks to service opportunities in the district. Please be sure to speak with them and other attendees because we're all here to celebrate. Today's event has been made possible by contributions from partners like Sandlot and Acacia, our beautiful venue, Lyft, our transportation partner, Washington Gas, DC Public Library Foundation, and the Mayor's Office on Community Affairs. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you. We will now have remarks from the MOCA Director, Director Jackie Reyes-Yanez. She was appointed by Mayor Bowser as the Director of the Mayor's Office of Community Affairs in October of 2001. Director Reyes-Yanez is the first Latina to be appointed to this position, and prior to this role, she served for 6 years as the Director of the Mayor's Office on Latino Affairs, or MOLA. Director Reyes-Yanez is committed to advocating for and making the Latino community an integral part of the District of Columbia's policies, such that our budget allocations for health, education, employment, and social services are made available to Latino residents of the District of Columbia. She is a Ward 7 resident and Salvadorian activist who made D.C. her home since 1990. With more than 20 years of commitment to D.C.'s diverse, growing community, let's provide a round of applause and celebrate her. Thank you, Director Reyes.
Thank you, Natasha. Hello, and we celebrate her. Thank you so much for that introduction, Natasha, and good evening, everybody, to this beautiful Ward 8 here. And my name is Jackie Reyes-Yanez, and I'm the Director of the Mayor's Office and Community Affairs. It's my privilege because I know that we want to hear our first leader, our mayor, my mayor, your mayor, and we celebrate her. Our ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome my mayor, Mayor Muriel Bowser here. Thank you so much. And we celebrate her.
Well, good evening, everybody. I am delighted to be here at the beautiful Sandlot. Isn't it lovely? Sandlot and Acacia, and I think this is its very first event, certainly their first event with us. And it is an important day that we acknowledge, but it is also a reminder today to focus on all the policy and initiatives that the Women's Office on Policy and Initiatives and the D.C. Commission for Women, chaired by Veronica Nelson, work on every single day. So I want to thank you, Veronica. I want to thank the commission. Where are our women's commissioners who are here? Give them a big round of applause and appreciation for all the work that they do. And also our office of the Women's Policy, and represented today by Natasha, and always represented by Director Porter. So give all of these women leaders a round of applause. We're glad to be in person celebrating women who are entrepreneurs, moms, grandmoms, millennials, boomers, Zs, babies, who are very focused on what this city means to us and how we can make this city work for us. It is no small thing to say that the government is supporting women, girls, and families. Just this week, for example, our Department of Human Services made very good use of some of the emergency COVID funding that we received as a city. And we gave to almost 15,000 families $1,000 to help them get ready for this school year. We're also focused, as our Office on Policy has been, on making sure that women are prepared for salary negotiations in their office, re-entering the workforce, changing careers because of decisions made in the last 2 years about how they show up in the workplace and what type of work that they want to do. We also know that healthcare decisions in the healthcare system and maternal health impacts how women succeed in our city. And so our focus on making sure we have quality health care, that we protect reproductive freedom in the District of Columbia, is so important for women and girls in our city. I'm very proud that in a couple of years, we're going to be right back here in Ward 8 celebrating the opening of a new hospital in Ward 8. And this will be a hospital that has full maternal care. And we know that we've been working over the last several years at getting back to where we need to be across all 8 wards in maternal care. The last thing I want to say, and I know that we're all focused on how COVID has upended our lives in a lot of ways. But one very significant way has been the impact on children, especially our school-age children. And you've heard me talk about how important it is that our children got back to in-person learning. You're going to hear me talk even more about how important it is that we're connecting our kids to the interventions that we know work to get them back, better than back, to where they were before COVID. But we know it's going to take all of us, making sure our kids are showing up with what they need, our schools have what they need, and we're making up for lost ground. So please stick with us on this journey because we know what Monday is. It's the first day of school. Aren't we happy about that? And because it's the first day of school, our kids are going to be reconnected with outstanding educators. We think the best in the nation. And we are very, very focused on the high-impact tutoring that they need, the extracurricular activities that they'll get, the advanced opportunities for internships where they earn credit and earn a paycheck. All of these things are helping to re-engage and reconnect our kids to school. But they need to be vaccinated, right? So everybody, let's focus on making sure that we've caught up with our childhood vaccinations and we can get our kids back to where they need to be. So just 2 last things. We see the Sandlot here in Anacostia If you haven't had a chance to catch up on the investments in Ward 8 and specifically in Anacostia and historic Anacostia, I hope that you will go to Obviously.dc.gov to see about the opportunities that have allowed for the Sandlot to open and 15 restaurants and food-related venues because we have a food access fund in Ward 7 and Ward 8. So that fund is a $50 million fund to help people open businesses, employ DC residents, and fill gaps. Why should Ward 7 and 8 not have all of the things that people in Ward 1 and Ward 2 enjoy? Why shouldn't we open new grocery stores and HIP? I mean, this is going to be a place, like, this is my prediction. The people won't be able to get into the Sandlot. They're going to have to find a place to park. And so I'm glad that you are among the first. You won't be the last. But there are also incredible opportunities for more people to make more investments and do more to serve all 8 wards. Some people have asked me, Bowser, it looks like DC voters are going to give you a chance to do this again, 4 more years. And what do you want to be remembered for? What do you want your legacy to be? And I have hesitated to say this, but it is true. I want us to be known for doing more in Ward 8 than any mayor in the history of the District of Columbia. That's what I want. So that means schools, that means business opportunities, that means investing in people so that they're changing the trajectory of their lives, and that means closing the gaps between this ward and the rest of the 7 wards in the District of Columbia. Now, that's a bold statement, and we're ready for it, aren't we, women? Yes. But I know for sure it will take the women to make it happen. Yes. It will take the women. So join us, please, on September 15th for one of our signature events that focus on our maternal and infant health and making sure that we're focused from everything from our well women visits to prenatal care to reproductive health
Mama, pull me higher.
preservation,
Mama, pull me higher.
from the joys of adoption that I've been blessed with. This is where you can go, maternalhealthdc.com. So enjoy the Sandlot, and there are a lot of Washingtonians right now who are enjoying Bad Bunny across the street, across the bridge. So enjoy your city. DC is open.
Isn't it an amazing celebration? Let's celebrate. Celebrate. Thank you to Mayor Bowser, to Director Reyes-Llanes, to my colleagues, the DC Commission for Women, and all of the attendees here, our sponsors for this evening. My plugs, I have 3. 1, follow DC Mopai on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. 2, connect with the tables and the resource fair. We have a live muralist here, Val Suarez of Positive Chalk DC. We have an entrepreneur here to support women business with chicken and waffles. Okay, the third one, as you take your photos, because you do look lovely, remember to celebrate with your hashtag celebrate her, and enjoy your evening. Stay well, everyone. Bye-bye.